Hello.
We always act surprised seeing each other, even though we like. No, I can't give away a secret. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Hello.
What a surprise seeing you here today.
Again. On this beautiful Sunday. Hello, listeners. Hi. Welcome back.
I love when Veronica hosts. I just like.
What do you mean?
I let you drive.
Welcome, everyone.
Drive this garbage truck on fire.
Hey, now.
I know where we are.
Okay, enough giggling. Enough.
I didn't do that.
Enough. All right, everyone, welcome. It's been a minute, sort of. I mean, it's been a minute. Welcome. This is episode 8 of the NgoVo Convo podcast, where two stupids make a right. Am I right?
For this week, yes. We're about to talk stupids today.
I know. I'm one of your hosts, Veronica Vo, and I'm joined by Harrison No. If you're new here, we both just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges between anime to comics. We're just a bunch of nerds.
All in between.
But also, one of our friends is not caught up on some stuff, and he drove us to make this podcast. So thank you, friend.
I don't even know. He's caught up on this technically.
Yeah, he's caught up. He's anime only on this, so he can listen to this.
Yeah. As many of you. But
yeah. Some would say we're conversing.
NgoVo
Get it?
Convo?
NgoVo Convo. Okay, that's the
We gotta get that out of the way.
Yeah, we got Oh, God. You can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it on your podcast of choice by searching NgoVo Convo, NgoVo Convo.
Just don't know how to spell our last names.
Still don't know how to spell her. Very short and sweet last names.
I'd like
right. I know. It's everywhere. It's in the logo. It's our
if you miss it,
medias.
Bless you.
Very much bless you for missing that. Okay, Harrison, on this episode, we are going to talk about Demon Slayer, but season 1 and the movie.
Yeah, so we're going to try to... This is because this is one of the few series that I've actually read all of the manga. I read it ahead. I finished it before Veronica. So
I just finished it last week.
She just finished it. Yeah. Just because of the movie, she got hyped. I got hyped for the movie. Did you read? No. You read it for the movie too, actually. You read it before the movie.
Yeah, I read it before. I read the arc before the movie, but then I just stopped.
Yeah.
But then you all saw the movie, and I was like, oh man, I need to continue reading, and then I did in the whole weekend.
Good job. Proud of you. Because I did it in 2 weeks.
Because
I read it right when I finished. Literally right when I finished.
Oh, wow. So a year and a half ago or something like that.
Okay. I say literally. Okay, give it a few months after. It was relatively recent. It finished. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so if you haven't finished the series, if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it somewhere. Yeah. Somehow. Especially for the movie.
We should probably talk about season 1 first, and then we'll give them the warning that we're going to touch season 2, or the movie stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that.
So, if you haven't seen season 1, it's on Crunchyroll.
Yes.
It's on Funimation, I think. Or any illegal website that you use that we won't say.
We don't do that.
Or we don't do that, yeah.
What are you talking about?
Anyway, Crunchyroll. Yeah, come back to us in a day or two after you've watched it. Reminisce with us.
Yeah, just come back.
Yeah, just come back. Bring a snack. Bring a monster. Bring coffee. Today I have vanilla almond spice chai from Trader Joe's.
Today, I actually ran out of Monster. I still need to put some in the fridge. So.
Well, look at that. It's my turn to sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. My boyfriend says that vanilla almond spice chai was very hipster of me to pick up.
It sounds like it.
and it tastes like it too. So
I taste the hipster.
yeah, it's very hipster.
Anyway,
Okay,
season 1.
season 1. Oh my goodness.
So
I must say the animation for this is like a godly tier.
because Ufotable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ufotable.
so Ufotable was just known for like a lot of at least like in the last few years they've been known for like a lot of good animation. And that's actually why I was interested, because I was like, oh, they're animating this, I'm gonna check it out because I like their stuff. Like
They do Fate series, right? The
they
Fate
do
series?
I know for sure Fate Zero and Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. I almost said
Okay.
Budget Works because I was like, oh, that was like the meme back then. But I know for sure those two. I don't remember if it's like the other spin-offs and such like that. Because I never got into it that
Yeah.
much. That's a whole nother like rabbit hole. But yeah, so that main reason why I got into it was Ufotable or Ufotable. I don't know what that's anymore.
Oofda.
Ufotable.
Oofda.
So wait, how'd you? I guess was it just something that was recommended to you?
No, my boyfriend was very interested in Demon Slayer. Had the word demon in it, so he was obviously interested in it.
I feel.
So this was like early on in stages where I was not binge watching hardcore like I did in 2020.
The early years. Got it.
The earlier years, yeah. So we caught Demon Slayer on Crunchyroll like 2 weeks after it dropped in 2019.
Okay.
So it dropped fall 2019, so we watched it like around Halloween.
Yeah.
So yeah, he piqued my interest, and then I stayed.
I stayed because it was good.
and then I stayed.
So like, I want to like get this out of. I know every time like I try to recommend it, but it seems like a lot of people find it a very slow burn. Season 1.
Season 1.
And I guess like looking back, like going back and making notes, I guess I can kind of see why they feel that way. Because a lot of people do like the whole 3-episode rule, 5-episode rule. I just stopped doing that because I just kind of watch until I get bored, or maybe I stick through it and see. Because sometimes I've noticed now how some anime, like this one, infamously is known for, I think, getting to episode 19. I think that's what it was. Mm-hmm. Like it was the episode to get to.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, oh, that's kind of a long way just to get like the payoff, which I think it was more of a payoff just for like I kept hearing how like that episode had a part that was like created into like, was it a GIF or was I don't remember.
I think I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, it was like that moment where everyone's like everyone talked about it.
I think like
We'll get to that.
It's definitely a slow burn, but I feel like right off the bat, episode 1, like you knew what was it was about. Like, you know, Tanjiro was like carrying his sister on his back, and I mean, so it got straight to the point. I just think it's slow in terms of like getting all the characters, like the trio or like their senseis and stuff. That part was a little slow for me.
Yeah.
I remember watching back. But yeah, do you have a favorite character, Harrison?
100%.
After reading it, after watching it.
Okay, well,
do you have a favorite character?
I think I'd say. I think Inosuke, Boy, Pigman.
The piggy.
He's still my favorite after everything.
He was my least favorite.
I know.
He was my least.
I know.
I don't know. I was a hater.
No, even my girlfriend was a hater too. She said, "I don't get why you like him." I was like, "Because I like how stupid it is."
Yeah, but then I watched One Piece, and Luffy, the main character, is like infamous for being stupid, and I love his stupidness. So I came back, rewatched, and I was like, Pig Boy is cute.
What do you mean? He's hot.
What do you mean?
I love because we're probably just gonna jump around at this point. I just love like when they revealed him, like he's such a badass. But then all of a sudden, when you take off like the boar head, he has like this pretty boy face, and you're like, you were just like everything, like
Neck
shoulder
down.
below, like neck down is like, this man's like insane.
This man's
It is.
built different.
This man's built different, and then legit take off the head, and you're like, oh, he's actually built different.
Yeah,
And I was
he's
like,
like
wow,
the pretty.
he's such
Yeah,
he's a pretty he's got a
boy.
pretty face. I was like, whoa.
yeah. They'll
But-
get prettier.
Yeah. But what about you?
Oh man.
I was gonna say this is hard for you because I guess what was your favorite character at this point
At this point,
up to the movie?
Tanjiro was my favorite.
Oh, you basic.
I know. Because I didn't like Piggy. I didn't like the
I
little
know.
boar
Well, and then
boy.
also Zenitsu is like a screaming little.
A little simp.
Yeah, I was like little simp. Yeah.
Yeah, like I didn't
As
like
are we all?
like the part, like the trio. I only like Tanjiro at this point. And
I feel that. I like both.
he's not like a bad MC.
No, he's
No.
so that's the other thing. It was like I felt like in the season 1, it's all set up. So he felt like a very quote unquote generic, but he had like little quirks here, there, and like how his sense of smell is insane.
Yeah.
He's able to like, I think the whole thing in season 1 was like, oh, he could tell like when to, like after his training and all that, he was able to like find the perfect point to like cut, like essentially like kill like the demon, right?
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. Like it's not like it's not like I didn't like him. I just like Inosuke better just because I'm a monkey brain. I think it's great.
I mean, two stupids. You know,
Oh.
it works out.
RMO.
Yeah. Pig Boy is now one of my favorites. But before, I got cultured.
Before the culture.
Before the culture, it was Tanjiro. Yeah. He was just like a sweet brother too.
Yeah.
Like he
yeah.
was like
He was a good boy. He was
he's
a good boy.
Yeah. Good boy.
Inosuke's best boy, but
Yes, I can agree with that now. Yes, good boy, best boy.
Zenitsu, I actually like the least out of the 3, because I thought he was like the most tropey. Like usually I'm okay with tropes. I'm not like it's not a big deal, but
Yeah.
I think I grew to appreciate like him as a character.
When you read it, I think you appreciate him
Oh,
more.
oh, I have mad respect after
Yeah.
like reading it. Like,
Yeah.
but like he has his episode too. He has like it was that what arc was it? I think it's the spider one, right?
No, it was the house one. The mansion.
No, you're right. The
was in
spider
the
was the
mansion.
second moment. He
Yeah,
had
the
two
second-
big moments.
Yeah, he had two.
Yeah,
big
it was
moments.
the
They were stuck in a mansion
yes,
with two different demons. that were
Suzumi
there.
Mansion arc. Yeah,
Yeah.
with the bunk,
Yeah,
the
the
bunko
little.
man.
Yeah.
I don't know I forgot what it's called, but like
The
I
little
just remember
drummer
him like
guy.
having like the drum. Yeah,
But yeah, I would agree with you if I had to rank those. But Inosuke is best boy.
Inosuke's best boy.
Best boy, yes. Let's get right into it.
Let's
So,
go.
okay, so you said that it was like, you thought it was a slow burn, right?
So no. I was saying most people I
Most
talk
people?
to say it, and I think I have a better tolerance for, or I guess not tolerance, but I have sometimes an expectation of like stories have to be built up in a certain way, and I think I appreciate more detail versus like how most people are, it's got to hit, like, because the issue now I've started to learn is if I stick with the 3 episode rule, sometimes that
You're gonna miss out.
you miss out, and I think I just, because I used to follow that rule religiously, but then I noticed over time it started increasing the number. Like I went from 3 to 5
to 5.
to 7.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, you know what? I'm already halfway. And with the state of anime now, typically it's always like 12 episodes, then break, then another 12. It's always like a 12 now. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm just watching 12, and if I'm not hooked by then, sure. But I also think I just like the setting in Demon Slayer more, like how it was like samurai-esque, like everyone has katanas, it's demons. I just like swordplay a lot more, so I think that's why I was
You
already
stuck with it.
I stuck with it in a
Okay.
sense. So
Okay, so
And I-
in that sense,
Yeah.
Did you think the first 2 arcs, like the final selection and the first mission, like how did you feel about that? Because technically he was basically trying to find a cure for his sister, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then he went off to do, what was it? He went off to do the little game thing in the forest. It wasn't a game thing. It was like, the final selection of being...
No, in the forest, he had to like survive for...
Yeah, survive.
Let's see. Yeah, he had to survive. I think survive for a week or something like that. Survive 7 days. And there's like, I forgot. They had a bunch of people testing out for it, but only 4 of them came out.
Yeah.
Only 4 people came out surviving.
Which is low.
So, no, okay. So that's why I was like, I think it was cool because for me, it was just like, okay, I like how they kind of explained the situation right away. It didn't like build up, like, here's the actual plot point. His sister's a demon now. He's got to find a cure. And then now he's got to train. I think the progression to me was like fine. And in a sense, to me, it's 12 in like the span of like a season. I think it was like paced really well, in my opinion. But so whoever thinks it's too slow, I think it's just more like a lot more stuff now hits harder.
Yeah.
Like just media now, I feel like it hits harder and faster watching more. But and I also don't think people watch enough shows anymore.
Yeah, I agree with that.
In terms of this. But so I thought the selection arc was good because I was like, okay, I got the idea of like how their system works. It's based on breathing. It's based on like sword play and all that.
And play, yeah.
The main thing is like, oh, here's how to fight demons. Okay, cool. Like I think they built up the world pretty well. I'm like, all right, this makes sense. It's nothing, and I think that was the other thing. It's not too
complicated either. It's not
like
too
complicated.
Forms, it's like 1 to 7 or like 1 to 6.
And I think that's also what made it is a turnoff for some people. It's like, oh, it's very basic.
But sometimes simple rules make for a really good plot.
Yeah. I think the other issue is I never had this issue, but someone could probably bring it up. There's another argument of how well does someone like abide by their systems, right?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I feel like Demon Slayer is pretty simple. I think there's some things that they do is like crazy because the main thing is it's all about your breathing, like how well you like essentially just control your breathing.
Your breathing, yeah.
Which I mean, at the base of it is like cool. I can just control how I take my breath in and all that.
And it's kind of like the creator sort of like did a twist on fate too, because their swords have like a completely different mind of its own too. Like there's like a red sword, a black sword, like it has to turn a specific color for you to get what
form is your best.
Form is your best.
Yeah. And I think that's the other cool thing, which they kind of touched on more in the movie, is like there are elements that there's like the base elements where I think it was like fire, water, lightning, earth, and wind.
Yeah.
I think those are the ones.
Yeah.
I always forget wind because then they branch off to here's the weird ones that apply to
the main ones. Yeah. Like mist is to water, and then like sound is to, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, love is based on fire, which I was like, that's weird, but it makes sense.
Yeah.
So, no, so to answer your question though, sorry, like I think the first arc got me. I think that's why I'm, not that I was super hooked, but I was like, all right, I'm interested.
Yeah. You're interested to like stay after 5. I think, the first arc was 5 episodes. Is that the same for you? Yeah. I want to say yes, but I don't want to say I don't have standards, but I just don't have I have to know information once I start something. Mm-hmm. So I'm like a completionist. Like I have to start and finish something, and if it continues, it continues. One Piece.
And let me add to this just to give clarity for listeners. Someone could easily say, wow, I don't want to waste that much time. I was like, yeah, because me and you probably listen at a normal rate or watch and listen at a normal rate. Veronica here is a freaking monster and binges stuff like no problem, and she does it in like a day.
Okay, not a day, but
it feels like it. I know I was exaggerating. It feels like it.
I just have no control when it comes to binge watching.
You and my girlfriend both.
Yeah.
We both do it. Like, no, like, this is where they bond. And I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah. So for me, like, I don't have that issue of where, like, because my boyfriend, he has like a 3-episode rule. So he's like, after 3 episodes, if I'm not interested, if it doesn't hook me, I'm done. And I don't understand that because I'm like, but info, you're 3 episodes in. Like,
no, it's a matter of like, I get that too. It's a matter of like, how much time should you invest? That's really all it is.
Yeah, and that's what he says. He's like, but like, if I'm not gonna like it by 12, 24, 50 episodes, like why am I gonna continue?
No, it's good. It's a fair point.
Which I get. He
100%.
was burned by Fairy Tail, so I get his rule.
He chose to continue to get burned. Yeah. You heard me, bro. You kept watching. I stopped.
So I understand his rule. But personally for me, like, as soon as I start something, I'm like, okay, we're going to finish this.
Yeah.
No matter how bad or good or anything it is. Yeah. Like, I just had to finish it. So I had no issues going through this.
You're built different with this one. You're built different, 100%. You embody that with shows. And I'm like,
I was like, yeah, you do you. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah. And and I guess my thing was, the reason I kept going though also was because I kept hearing about this infamous episode 19. I want to say 19 or 17. I don't know. It's whoever's listening and seeing it, you know what I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure it was like, around 19.
Yeah.
It was when like it just hit and then you just goes on.
But anyway.
So would you recommend this to anyone who's like first starting out watching Demon Slayer? Or like anime. Sorry, let me reiterate. So if they're first timers, anime watchers, would you
I put this on there. I know some people would go to like the typical big 3, so like they'd say like Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, which I'm like sure, but I think like if you were to go with the newer stuff, I'd recommend this because I think this is easier to follow, and I think the premise is pretty. I guess that question's deeper, and I'm like, has this person been watching anime or just getting into completely? Yeah. Like brand new?
Yeah, let's say brand new.
Yeah, sure. You know what? I'd still add this because I think the animation's really good. I think color and everything's amazing. Film, like framing story is pretty easy. I think it's easy to follow, but I guess it depends on like what you want out of a story. But
yeah, it's true.
And that's why it's hard because every time I'm like, I recommend this every time, but every time someone's like, it's slow, and I'm like. I've gotten to where I'm like, all right, if you're not into it, I don't give a shit anymore. Like, whatever, not my problem. If you don't like it, not my problem. Show. Yeah. Because there's so many things to watch at this point. But if you're like, I'll still recommend this, regardless. I think it's like a good show to watch. But
it is. The power system's really simple.
Yeah.
Like they do all the tropes. There's a trio.
Yeah.
There's a funny guy, sensei. It's all in there. The good, bad, the villains.
If you don't like that, then don't watch anime, really, to be honest. Let's go.
It's true.
I mean, let's be real here. Or shonen. Let's say shonen.
Shonen. We're shonen because, sluts.
Yeah.
So, I feel like I'm on the same boat with you. I would definitely recommend Demon Slayer.
No, I'd still recommend this. This is like one of those I'm like, I recommend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so before you read the manga, what were you expecting when you finished the anime? Because you knew that there was a movie coming out. And like this was probably before you even started reading. So once like you finished the whole season 1, like what were you expecting out of the trio or Tanjiro? Or if they could find a cure for his sister?
Oh, I think I expected this one to be like another long form anime at this rate because I was like Black Clover was already going for that long around this time, and so I just expected Demon Slayer to be like the next. People have said like, oh, this was probably one of the next big 3.
Oh, okay.
Like the newer ones, so I guess like it was like I expected this just take longer to go down the line. They'll find a cure eventually. There's probably gonna be some issues obviously along the way. I expect to see every. Like, because they introduced the Hashira at one point.
Yeah.
But they mostly talked about, oh my God, I can't remember her name or something. I just because in our group we just call her Hashira.
Oh yeah, the insect girl.
Yes. Hold on. Give me a second.
We're very bad with
Shinobu.
names.
Oh my gosh, Shinobu. I was like seeing her, I'm like, it's my girlfriend's favorite too. So I was like, damn.
Well, if you're
so is
listening-
everyone's. It's everyone's.
Yeah.
Like it's actually she's like almost everyone's favorite. She's like everyone's waifu in this one. But they really kind of just show Gyu and or Tomioka and Shinobu a lot more. Because they only show the other ones like in that one episode.
At the very end. Yeah.
Kind of at the very end. Yeah, somewhat.
You get a glance of all the
like before the
pillars.
last arc, I think.
Yeah.
Or the last arc in the season.
It's like the last 2 episodes or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, sure.
See, I didn't think... I'm the opposite of you. I did not think this was going to be a long-form anime at all.
Really?
Yeah, because... I guess this was, like, early on, so I... Okay, so... I didn't even watch the big 3 before this. So...
Now I get the time frame.
So you get the time frame, right? Because I was
And-
like... This is
That
not
makes a
going to be
lot more
that
sense.
long. They should, get Akira and kill people off, and it should be done in like the next two
young
seasons.
one.
I know.
Well, no, actually, it could be like a couple more seasons. If they keep doing this movie stuff, I think it probably won't be as many seasons at this rate.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think if they could do it again. But
They can't, I don't think.
I don't think they can. I don't think
No,
that
they
any
can't.
other... Because this arc was perfect to do that.
It's
but-
got to be seasons
Anyway,
now.
sorry. I do want to talk about that movie, but I
Yeah.
think I'll just let you.
Yeah. But yeah, so I was
touch on the
like,
points.
nah, this is not going to take too long. Should be another 24 episodes.
Freaking noob.
I know. What a noob I was. And then I was like, and then I started rewatching some episodes for today, and I was like, noob me was wrong.
Absolutely.
Absolutely wrong. But yeah. So that was that. So I was a little bit up the opposite, but now I'm cultured. Now I'm okay. Okay. Let's get into my favorite question, which is, what is your favorite fight in season 1?
Favorite fight?
Yeah.
Well, obviously, it is said episode. It's in the spider arc, so essentially like the last arc where, he fights the. Oh wow, my notes did not copy over. Anyway, it was the mountain arc essentially where he fights the. I forgot what level demon he was. All of a sudden, he was an upper, but he was like a lower. He was like the lower ones, right?
He was at one of the lower ranks, I
Yeah.
think. I don't even have to know.
Yeah.
I forget.
But yeah, Spider Boy that just wanted a family.
Yeah, good old Spider Boy. Ooh, gosh, I hate spiders. And when I saw them just crawling out of the house, I got chills. And I was like, you know what? No, thank you on that.
No, and me, same though, same. But I was like, I thought that fight when he went, Tanjiro had to fight him. I was like, oh, cool. He's got to like. That was one of the most beautiful fights to see. And then I have like another one. I might take it from you. Well, actually, what's yours before I even?
No, I was going to say, because you keep saying beautiful fight. And I was like, people don't, if they've never seen Demon Slayer, they don't understand how pretty it is when someone's head gets cut off.
Yeah, you messed up. You messed up.
But it's so pretty.
You absolutely messed up.
You agree? Your eyes
No.
say
Yeah.
the same?
I'm trying to find the guy's
Oh,
name.
you're
It's
finding
gonna
it out.
bother me. Hold on.
Yeah, but like
Because-
the fights are super, super pretty. Like there's one part where Tanjiro just cuts off that girl's head in in the mountains because she was just like a Muppet.
Oh, yeah,
The
it was
Muppet
like
girl?
it was the mom or the sister. It was like
It was the sister.
it was the sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like the lighting and everything.
Yeah,
the
it was like the
framing so
moon was
good.
like there, and then like Tanjiro was just like flying in, and like the sad part was he didn't even want to kill her.
Yeah.
she really just wanted her family together. And then, the head gets cut off so clean, so pretty.
Yes. Like, the sound is really good in this, too. Like, it's just...
Yeah. It is
phenomenal.
Fire Force sound.
Oh, I hate these name types. It's R-U-I, so Rui. It was like the main dude. But I don't see what level he is, because that's important. Anyway,
your research is now over. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
that's not true. Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
So keep looking.
I think my favorite fight was the mansion was within the mansion arc.
That was gonna be my other one.
Oh, that was your other one. That's one of my favorite ones. I rewatched it today and I was like, I see why I thoroughly enjoyed
With Tanjiro or
yeah,
I guess fight was Tanjiro.
Yeah, fight was Tanjiro.
But my favorite moment from that entire thing was when they essentially showcase Zenitsu as like this freaking
cold killer.
OP. Yeah, cold killer.
Cold killer.
Man legit is cold because he's dead asleep. But it's so funny because like in Demon Slayer there's like normally with the elements you have several forms. He only knows one form. So it's the first form, the most basic form to like learn. But he does it so the way they phrase it was essentially that he does it so perfectly that it's just
he's so fast. It was
so OP. It was stupid OP.
He's lightning fast. Yeah, that was my favorite moment too. Just because when he woke up, he started crying in the kid's lap that he was trying to save. And he thought the kid saved him. In reality, he just fell asleep and pulled out his sword and just killed them.
Sidebar. Ruri was a lower level 5. Cough, cough. Okay, we're good.
Okay. Oh, that's like really low. That's
low. But that kind of shows like how they can have so much trouble with but because this is like the Big 12. It was like their Big 12 demons.
Yeah.
But essentially it's broken up into like lower 1 through 6 always can interchange and change out. But like the top 6 have been
the uppers
for like years, like hundreds of years.
And how it's funny because how they turn into a demon is because they keep drinking Muzaran. How do you say his name?
What's his name?
It's, you know what? We're gonna start butchering Japanese names in this podcast.
You know what's bad is like no. You know what's really bad is I believe it's Muzan, but the issue is I keep saying Michael Jackson because that's what he looks like. Legit, straight up, like everyone that jokes about it, like they always do like this abridged like here's Demon Slayer in like 12 seconds. They're fighting against Michael Jackson. I was like, damn it, I hate how that's not wrong.
It's a meme, and it's true because he is pale. He's got the face like that. But yeah, you know.
Yeah, Muzan. Keep it Suji.
Muzan. Okay.
We're gonna butcher names.
I'm sorry. Butcher names.
I just read subs. I got it. I hear it. I got it.
Me too. Our significant others are gonna yell at us after listening to this.
Two stupids make it right, you know? It's okay.
Hey, they make it right.
That's why I was like, today
in this episode.
Man.
But yeah, so they drink his blood, and that's how they become a demon. And then basically they're ranked by him out of loyalty, basically. It's like loyalty and how fast or how strong they are.
I was gonna say it's like definitely how strong they are, but yes, loyalty is it plays a role.
A plus, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how upper ranks and lower ranks are. And so what Harrison was talking about in the spider one was that he's a lower rank 6, meaning he's one of like the last,
or lower rank 5.
Or 5, lower rank 5, yeah. So he's like one of the last people that like.
But they had that much trouble.
Yeah, they had a lot of trouble.
Actually, another fight, I have kind of a top 3. I think the other one I thought was the most interesting, where it was like I don't know, were they brother and sister? They were like the duo where like one girl would like throw balls, like a dodgeball style thing, where she grew arms. And then the dude siblings. Was able to control the direction where the person like flies around somewhat.
They were siblings.
They were siblings, yeah.
Yeah.
It was essentially like the arc where they go meet, where Tanjiro is trying to find. It's still like trying to find, like learning about Muzan, and yeah. So he confronts them outside of. Wow, it's also been a while since I've read this, and watched it. I forgot what's their name. The demon doctor.
Yeah, the doctor.
Tamayo. Tamayo.
Tamaka.
Yeah. Tamayo. I'm reading it right now. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay, Harrison.
Hey, I've learned my lesson from slime.
I think we both have. I think whoever's listening, and if you're this far into listening to us in episodes, go back, re-listen episode 5. That one was something else.
I'll say it.
It was something else.
I was just excited by the happiness. It's okay.
I know. But we've learned our lesson in our notes.
Somewhat. But
as
anyway,
you can tell.
Those are my favorite fights. Same for you, or I guess you said yours was like the mansion. Any other ones for you? The mansion
one. I like the mansion one. I also like. It wasn't even a fight, but it was a moment. I like the moment when Inosuke was, when he was finding like Tanjiro. Outside of the house.
Yes, actually, that was so cool.
Yeah,
I forgot. This was like this is when it showcases Inosuke as like how acrobatic, like how badass he is. Actually, yeah.
He's basically a flying pig, if you can imagine.
Yeah,
pigs flying. Lord of the Flies.
But
anyway,
that fight was animated so well. I thought that was so cool too. Yeah.
That just holds two swords too. For someone that stupid to hold 2 swords.
There's a lot. What I like about Demon Slayer 2 is like it like also adds some funny moments, because there are times like it dealt with his sword, how they like had to remake it, but like he got 2 swords from like the swordsmith, and then Inosuke is so dumb but technically smart, and the reason why he does it, he breaks the sword to have it jagged, but then the guy was like, it's like the work of artists, and she's like, how dare you, I'm gonna kill him.
Funny.
They have such funny like moments where like it's like, oh, they have cute funny chibi moments, and I'm like, this is great.
It was so great.
Okay, so like season 1, can we talk about the movie?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna talk about the movie now. So if you haven't seen it, it should be out like in June, July or so.
Yeah, it's out digitally in June.
Digitally, yeah. So if you don't want spoilers,
stop right here.
This
is where you stop.
Does Harrison put a spoiler warning? Probably not. Knowing me, probably not. But this is it.
I can edit now too, sort of.
Probably not.
But probably not.
Anyway, really quick. So when I say favorite fight, it's gonna get it. That's season 1. This movie took it. This movie took that. It's just like, hey, you like these fights? Boom, boom, boom.
I know. So basically, the premise of the movie is that they have to go onto a train, and they have to they're hunting down a demon.
Yeah, that's
because people are disappearing from this train. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like the premise.
One of the flame Hashira.
The flame, yeah.
Rengoku.
Yes.
Kyojiro. Man, it was so funny because at the end, I just thought it was funny. I couldn't unhear it, but you hear like the demon like saying Kyojiro, and then you hear Tanjiro just saying Rengoku. Like you just hear it going back and forth. Like, this is all the dialogue right now, but you just see fight.
Yeah.
Fight.
Rengoku is like he's like a something else.
He's my favorite Hashira, 100%.
100%. Oh no, mine has not been shown yet.
No, he's been shown. It's just hasn't been. He hasn't had his moment.
Had his time on screen.
His arc.
His arc. Which we'll wrap it up at the end. Which season 2. But okay, so Rengoku's your favorite.
Yeah.
Little flame boy.
Put it out there. Hell yeah.
He was It was impressive that he could protect 5 train.
Yeah.
Like
5 train carts.
Train carts.
Train carts. Yes.
On his own.
And the crazy, so it's so funny because I can't. For those that have already seen it, I forgot that he's portrayed as like one of the strongest Hashira. But after reading back, he's not the strongest, and
He's
I
not
totally
the
forgot.
strongest.
I
He's not
totally
the
forgot. I was like,
strongest.
oh yeah, he's not the strongest, but he's just like the one that Tanjiro like vibe with the most.
Yeah.
So, what'd you think of the movie overall?
Well, I was like the last person in our group to
I know.
watch it,
I know.
but
I watched it twice, but that's not
yeah,
me
that's
flexing
not.
on you.
Yeah, hush. Overall, it was so good. I wanted to see it again,
Which I did. Just saying.
which Harrison did, which he said twice now.
Twice. Watched twice.
Twice,
Same thing.
Same thing. Like I read it, like, so to this point, like, I've already read the arc, and so I was like, oh, it'll be really good. And then the animation just like popped up the screen, and I was like, oh, this is what Demon Slayer feels like.
It's a reminder. Like, oh yeah, I love Demon Slayer. I totally forgot about this.
Yeah, I
But
was
like,
oh.
not only that, because yes, we both read it, and I read it, and I was like, I know what's gonna happen. It won't hit me as hard. Like we said, spoilers already. His death wasn't gonna hit me as hard. I thought. Like, I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I knew it was gonna
but
happen.
I actually forgot the details of how it happened because I mixed it up with another moment.
Oh, okay.
So, no, it still hit hard because hearing them talk, like, this is where I'm like, okay, manga's great, but I think this is why I'm like a visual slut, and I just like, well, I appreciate the sound, I appreciate animation, I appreciate like the framing and everything.
The emotion, like the emotions
like
behind
you
voice
get to hear
actors.
voice actors like put in like emotion and everything. I think that's very important. Like there's to an extent I can imagine. Some people like imagining stuff, but I think I like it when I can solidify like what I'm hearing. I'm like, oh, this is how it's supposed to sound. This sounds way better than how I'm putting it down. Like I'm like, oh, there's way more emotion. Like, oh my goodness, this is great.
No, I feel that his death like definitely hit, but it hit the worst when Inosuke was crying.
Oh, like I was like, oh, I'm not gonna tear up at all because I already know what's gonna happen. I was very close, and then when Inosuke started crying, I was like, I'm pretty much there.
Yeah, I was like,
oh my god,
no. But yeah, Tanjiro's voice actor, like towards the end of that, I don't know how he did it, but he did it.
He screamed.
He screamed.
I was like, man, I feel. So that's why I'm like, this just like if anything, anime elevates it.
Yeah.
Like this arc was the one that got me into. Like this is when I got hooked. Like officially. So like, I don't know if I said hooked at the beginning of the podcast, but I said like arc 1 of the season. I thought arc 1. I already got into it because I was like, okay, I'm in. I get like the premise and all this. This arc was when I'm like, I'm all in on Demon Slayer. I'm gonna keep reading and
find out more stuff.
And find out more because
I agree.
There's little things where I'm like, it's a twist where, and I'm like, this is where I get like kind of my little pet peeve is like someone's like, oh, it was a twist, but it's not a good twist. I'm like, a twist is still a twist. I think the twist was like how you thought that the main person they're fighting was this, but let's be real here, that was a lower level. Well, I think, but then like I think the hard part to explain is because one of my friends he watched it. He was saying like how it kind of felt like it was the frame, like the pacing was weird because they dropped this guy at the very end. They dropped
Akira.
Akira, yeah. So they dropped him.
He's an upper level 3.
Upper 3, which they're like, oh, it kind of feels forced. I'm like, no, because you can't put that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't like that would be terrible to put in an anime because of the pacing. Because this movie, if they broke it up like a normal anime, like a season 2, I'd be so upset.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like it would be broken at the worst possible moments, and I think they had to do it as a movie. I really do believe that. Yeah,
and so if people who are still listening, usually anime movies are non-canon, but this one is like actually one canon. Of actually canon. It's part of the story.
Yeah.
It's like canon 1000%.
It was so funny to explain that to people. And they're like, wait, no, so this is actually canon? I'm like, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100%.
It's weird. And then it's like some people are like, oh, they had to put it in a movie rather than have it in like a normal season. I was like, no, this is way better as a movie because this fight was insane in the manga.
Oh, it was intense.
Like, intense. I was like, oh, I can't. I was legit. That was the moment where I was like, I read manga, but I can't wait to see it in anime. Like,
Yeah.
just animated format. Like, Jesus.
I agree.
It's good.
Even they even had trouble with the lower rank. He was like a 4.
Yeah. They already had, like, that was, like, essentially 2/3 of the movie where they're, like, trying to deal with the train. Oh, just they still added funny moments in the movie, and it was from the manga, too. And I was like, wait, this is great. It was very quick in the manga, but I was like, I love it.
Nezuko, best girl.
Nezuko, best girl. This movie reminded me that Nezuko is absolutely best girl.
The best
overall,
girl.
100%.
It was so cute when she tried to like wake up her brother, and then you know, boom, she just headbutts him.
And I remember she has blood magic, so I forget that that's how they have to get that going.
And I was just like, oh, Nezuko, you poor girl. But then she grows because she can grow too, and then when she was like growing,
when she shrinks and grows, and I was like,
I
I forget how awesome it is. It's just great.
I know, but can we talk about Inosuke's dream realm? Let's talk about the dream realms. So basically, the lower rank
Talking's
demon.
hard. Yeah.
I know, talking's hard. Words are hard. I'm sorry. He has this like power to like put people to sleep and put them in dreams that they want to see.
He lets them have a good dream, essentially,
before killing them.
Yeah.
Just a little.
Well, he even said like he'll take them out and then put them in a bad dream right before he kills them. I was like, that's fucked up.
He likes to see the face.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's a little messed up.
Yeah.
But anyway, we unfortunately dive deep into Deep Realms. And Inosuke's, like, I read it, and I was like, this kid's a little weird.
I was like, man, I remember when I read it, I was like, I wonder if they'll put this in a movie. They did. They put Zenitsu's in a movie too.
Those two dream realms, I never want to enter.
Well, it's not even the stream, it's the subconscious part where they had to get the orb, where they had to destroy the orb to like essentially oh my gosh, I can't.
Like,
words are hard. Essentially impair them. Zenitsu's is like the simp lord where he's like, Nezuko's the only one that's allowed in my subconscious. I was like,
no, his was scary because it was pitch black.
Yeah.
Okay, let's compare it. Tanjiro's was like the sky, and like it was super pretty, super clear, like water. Oh my god! And then they go over to Inosuke, and he okay, it's like very typical of him, but he chases after people, and it's
boar-like.
It's very boar-like, very pig-like of him.
And how he views the others is like portrayed in there, and I think that's the most hilarious thing.
Nezuko's a bunny. Tanjiro is
a raccoon.
A raccoon.
Because I think Zenitsu's like a rat or chipmunk or something. It's like the way that yeah. It's just
and then Inosuke's like the boss.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, and then it's very funny because in Inosuke's dream, they actually see the train
as a monster,
and it's like as the monster, and then they all like fight it, and I'm just like, you need to stop dreaming like this.
No, it's fine.
It's like, you need to stop dreaming about this and all that.
Yeah, but.
And then the Simp Lord.
Dreams about Nezuko. Subconscious is about Nezuko. I'm like, I take it. Sure.
You know,
it's great.
She started talking in his dream, which shook me because she normally never talks because she has the bamboo stick.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's been so long.
And so when she started speaking, I was like, what? She talks? And then I looked over because at my boyfriend, I was like, She talks, and he's like, it's a dream, and I was like, oh no.
I couldn't remember if they only showed her talking like maybe a couple moments in season 1, right?
Yeah, it was like she had like a couple scenes,
I
think, when she was talking, but like 90% of the season she was.
It's just like she has the bamboo in her mouth.
Yeah, she was like either sleeping, fighting, bamboo sticks in their mouth,
in the box most of the time.
In the box. Simp Lord's dream was everything I knew it was going to be. which was Nezuko.
This is like the moment where I'm like, all right, people, watch up to this. This is the movie to watch. Watch season 1. It's all build up. That's all it is. It's all set up. The movie essentially starts like the big roller coaster of stuff that's gonna happen.
Oh, back to back to back to back
Just
stuff.
saying. This is what season 2. I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Oh, I know.
I can't wait.
My favorite pillar will come alive.
Oh my gosh. I that's a good arc too. I can't wait. This next arc.
Oh, the entertainment district arc. Yeah.
That's not
Red
what
light.
it's called.
Yeah, it's
right.
red light. There's 2 different names.
No, it is. It is. I'm like, but it's red light.
It's the red light one.
It makes it sound worse.
I know.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Oh,
I know.
There's gonna be so much more things we'll talk about because I can't wait.
I know. That'd be a different episode.
Yeah.
But yeah. Do you have any other thoughts on the movie? Anything else you expected?
I got way more out of the movie than I thought. I was like, oh, this is beautiful. This is amazing. Like the plot. They didn't cut out a lot. I don't think. They kept all the big parts.
They kept everything.
They kept everything. And I was like, oh, it's 2 hours of like, this is great. I love this. So definitely recommend. Like overall, I would still recommend Demon Slayer even more so now that the movie came out. And I'm like, oh yeah. It shows that they're sticking with the source material pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Far. So
100%.
I appreciate it. Because I was worried. I was like, what if they divert? What if they do some movie ass?
Oh god. What if they just divert from the manga?
Yeah, and just divert. And I'm like, oh gosh. But they said it's canon, so.
Hey, it works out. But yeah, I don't have anything else.
No,
well, we're ready for season 2. Well, yeah. I'm ready for a completely different reason, but
which we'll touch on in that episode
later. But yeah, it's called the Red Light District. It's coming out this fall, I think. It's supposed to be fall.
We'll check on that.
Yeah, we'll check on that.
Yeah.
That's the rumor of when it'll hit.
Because there's so many other things coming out in fall. That's why I was like, I have a feeling it won't, but we'll see.
It's either fall or winter, but winter, this upcoming winter is even packed too, because we got Attack on Titan, Bleach. You know.
So much.
Yeah. If you want to continue reading from the movie, I wrote it down. Oh, it's chapter 70. That's where my favorite pillar pops up.
But few of my girlfriend's favorite pillar. 100%.
100%. Yeah, all I'll say is he is the sound pillar, and if you want to look him up, you can look him up.
All right.
If you want to read it, you read it.
But that's all I got. You want to plug in your stuff?
What stuff?
You have something. It's in your. Stuff? I've noticed because someone asked. They're like, you have your Instagram at the bottom of the video.
Well, you do too.
But mine's actually mine. Yours is something else.
Oh yeah, the Veronica reviews anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my IG. My other IG, because I didn't want to put my personal one. We were talking about this earlier, and I was like, I definitely don't want to put my personal one because my stories are stupid.
Two stupids make it right.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, oh yeah, my IG is Veronica reviews anime. It's here. I don't know where I'm pointing to. It's down here, right?
Yeah, it's right below.
Yeah, whatever. I do just review animes in 3 parts.
Weeb.
I know.
Weeb.
I usually, I've been daily for a while, and then I had a pause because I had 2 different events to do last month. So I'm slowly getting back into it daily. Yeah. But yeah, it's fun. I do bad graphics. Follow me.
Follow me.
Yeah, follow me. But you know what else they can do is follow us. Because if you don't have any more thoughts on Demon Slayer, I'll plug us now.
Do it.
All right. Well, everyone, thanks for tuning in to this podcast. We're just 2 stupids making it right, making it hype, making it whatever.
Whatever you need us to be.
Whatever you need. The 2 stupids got it. All right. You can follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. I think that's it. At NgoVo Convo. NgoVo Convo. That's, again, it's NgoVo Convo.
If you don't know how to spell our last names.
You don't know how to spell our last names. You can even follow us on YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to us. We want ad breaks. That's all we want.
Things.
That's all we want. Let us know how we're doing. Give us a DM, comment, tweet us. Love us, basically. Anything.
Yeah.
Just love us.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. But yeah, tell us if we should watch other stuff or make it an episode. Whatever you want, we'll try and deliver.
We'll do our best.
We'll do our best. We'll put it in our sketch.
Our sketch.
Okay. And that's a wrap. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.